Everybody, welcome back to another, yes, I mean another Taste Test Fridays. And this Taste Test Friday, we will be exploring energy drinks. Da da da. And I think the next couple of Fridays we'll be going through our little series of energy drinks that I've run across that are new on the market that we want to see how they taste and just pretty much giving you the rundown of everything that's going on when it comes to the CBG beverage world. So, like usual, I got my notes. If you haven't seen the first episode, then you already know how we do. Like my mom used to do, read me notes on the envelope just so we could serve paper and we don't waste anything because she liked to recycle, just like I like to recycle, a baby boy. So we have two beverages here today. Today we have Redcon. If you haven't heard about Redcon, they're a new brand out. They had a vitamin line, but now they're hitting the stores with energy drinks. And they got a sponsorship with not other than the greatest DB of all time, Dion Primetime Sanders. So when I was in the store, they had different ones, but I grabbed this one because this is the primetime special. And then the other beverage we have is Ryse Fuels. You don't know about Ryse? They're based out of Texas, North Texas area. They've been hitting a lot of C-stores and Quick Trip and a lot of different other areas as well too. So these will be our two taste tests of today. So with that being said, ah, let's begin. And the first one is Redcon. So this Redcon flavor is called Prime Time Punch. Yes, Prime Time Punch. Give a little bit of it. So Prime Time Punch, fruit punch flavor. What separates us is that we expect to be great. 200 milligrams of natural caffeine increases focus, boosts mood, supports metabolism. 200 milligrams of alpha GPC, 1 gram of L-carbine, 1 gram of taurine, B vitamins, 0 sugar per can, 0 artificial flavors. And they also have a military mission as well on the back where you can scan where it says, everybody supports the military. And this is Dion's can that they give him. 0 sugar. And of course, they have all the ingredients on the back. So it has 0 grams of sugar, sodium 15 milligrams, 5 calories, vitamin B6, 1.7, vitamin B12, 24 milligrams, potassium, 90 milligrams, and then it has the ingredients, a citric acid, occurring in natural and artificial flavors. Natural and artificial flavors are the ingredients. Potassium, citrate, alpha GPS, coffee beans, coffee arabics, circus, I be saying it wrong. Circuloise, SUCRALOSE, turquoise, malic acid, potassium formate, preserves for freshness, sodium benzoate, preserves freshness, the sulinate, potassium, calcium, phantine, peroxide, HAI, methylobine, caffeine content, 200 milligrams for green coffee beans. And distributed by Redcon LLC down in Boca Raton, Florida. So yeah, 18 plus, not intended for children, pregnant, or nursing women. So yeah, the normal stuff that's in an energy drink. But since we already know that's the normal stuff, you already know with energy drinks, you shouldn't drink too many of them because it could be bad for your heart. It could just be bad for anything. Too much of one thing is bad for you. Too much candy is bad for you. The only thing that you can't have too much of is Jesus. You can never go wrong with having too much Jesus in your life because Jesus is always the way and the answer. So, with that being said, let's pour our prime drink. It into our full stay cup. Pours good. It's got a little fizzly carbonated, as you can see. Now, let's taste it up. Smooth. Real smooth. It's like a clear fruit punch, you know? It's not too strong of a taste. So whoever did the formula, they did a good job. It doesn't leave a bad aftertaste or anything like that. So I'm happy about that. When I see it's clear, it says fruit punch, right? So you might think red, blue, or any kind of colors to do a fruit punch, but it made it clear. So I like that. So if I happen to spill it on my shirt, which sometimes happens, it's easy to get up. When you have red energy drinks or certain colors, you spill them, it's hard to get them out your clothes. So I like that part. It's clear. Kind of like it could be a water or a Sprite if didn't want to give anything to your kids. I like it. Smells good. Smells like fruit punch too. I'm tasting more of a kiwi, but like kiwi, and I'm tasting something else that's kind of strong a little bit. I don't know what it's like a kiwi, but something else making it stronger. Kind of wish that was a little bit smoother. It's like I'm tasting something. But the most important part, it's not giving me a bad aftertaste. So, your Redcon Energy Prime Time Punch out of 10 CPG Eric heads. Dion, I gotta give you a 7. I'm gonna give you a 7, Dion. The reason you can't get a 10, Dion, and you already know why. One, there's no story. I don't know who Redcon is. And I'm gonna be honest, Dion. If I didn't see you drink Redcon, or if I hadn't seen you at the press conference, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. Because I just didn't know who Redcon was. So I don't know their story. I only learned their story after I started doing research and I figured out that they used to work with Bang and then they started their own thing. But I kind of wish they had their story on here. You know, I like a good story. It helps bring people in. So that's one. Another thing is I like the call outs, but sometimes too many call outs kind of gets me confused because you have all these call outs and then you also have the military mission and it kind of made me confused a little bit because sometimes a lot of people don't read. So it's good just to keep some things on one side, one call out, and then maybe underneath on another side have a military mission on it or whatever. But that'll be my only thing. That's just me. You know, you can do whatever you want. But those are my two suggestions of how I preferred it. And then another thing is, I know this is zero, but I also didn't like how it was a light color. I like the gold, but I wanted the gold to be a little snazzier. Maybe gold at the top to stand out a little bit more because I had to go looking for this and I could barely see it because it was blended in with so many colors. So that'd be it. So other than that, it's just a little minor stuff, but 7 out of 10. So with this Redcon, suggested retail price that you might find in the stores will be around $3.19 to $3.39. You can find Redcon in C-stores like Quick Trip, 7-Eleven, and many others because I know they're going through DSD type local distribution. And they're also in grocery stores, Walmart, Meijer, and of course Amazon. Everybody that I list will always be on Amazon because once you get your trademark, you can get on Amazon and get rolling. So yeah, so this will be in the C stores for $3.19 to $3.39. And you can also find it in grocery stores at Walmart or Meijer. So yeah. So this is Ryse Fuell. Never even heard of them, but they're based out of North Texas. And what they've been doing is they've been giving out a lot of different flavors by using catchy flavor names. Like this is Arctic Madberry. It's supposed to be a play on, the Dallas Mavericks. And then they be having like flavors like Kool-Aid and Sour Punch. They use a lot of the flavors that you know as a kid. So you're like, that tastes good, so let me go try it. Which is very smart marketing wise because now you're attuned to be like, I remember Sour Punch as a kid. That's a Sour Punch energy drink. Let me go try it. So yeah, so this is Ryse Fuell. Let's give a rundown of it. Designed to rise above, plus fuel your greatness. 500 milligrams of taurine, 200 milligrams of caffeine, 200 milligrams of choline. And maybe at the bottom, I'll tell you what all this stuff means, but I won't break down to now. Slide in the video. Intended for healthy adults, 18 plus. Calories 5, sodium 20, sugar 0, potassium 90, choline 200 milligrams. Ingredients: carbonated water and citric malic acid, natural artificial flavors, taurine, chlorine bitrate, potassium citrate, natural caffeine, tartic acid, surplus, potassium. Surplus is everything. It seemed like that's the second one now. I guess it's that whole get you hooked to drink more, because they have a lot of that in Circle is also in I see it in some barbecue sauces. Get you hooked. Potassium sorbate preserves freshness. Sodium benzoate preserves freshness. Acylium fuel potassium. L-phenylene pink Himalaya socks. Contains pink pyrrolinium. Boy, gotta be a real life doctor. You read some of these ingredients, but that's dumb. Manufactured by Rise Up Sports Nutrition. 631 Industry Way, Prospect, Texas. But yeah, like I said, these are energy drinks. And I always told everybody before, it's no different from drinking sodas. You can't overindulge on stuff. It can be bad for your heart. It can be bad for anything. Can't overindulge in anything, whether it be Chinese food, gummy bears, apples. Too much of anything is bad for you. So just remember that. But it does get the job done by keeping you up, keeping you moving. And please, please, please remember, if you're going to be drinking energy drinks, drink a lot of water so you can keep your system flush and it'll be good for your kidneys. So with that being said, let's give this Ryse a taste. This is also just zero sugar. As you can see, I picked up the zero sugars. I'm going to cut down on my sugars. But if you had the sugar in it, it'd definitely be a lot stronger. So let's pour into my other glass, my Southern Miss glass. These are my two favorite teas. I don't have a Mississippi Valley glass. I need to get one. That's my third favorite tea. Oh yeah, it's clear too. So I got it clear too, just like the other one. All right. I'm smelling it. Smelling like berries. No aftertaste. And that little thing I had in my mouth that's in the first one, I don't really have it for this one. So their formula is maybe a little bit tighter on that, not having that. But I wonder if that's a turquoise that I'm tasting or not. But I definitely taste the magberry. I definitely taste that. It smells like berries, so that's good. I like that. When you put it first in your mouth, you can taste the berries too. No aftertaste. I like that. I like that. Good job, Ryse. So, Ryse Fuell, will I give them? So the only difference is I have to give Ryse Fuell an 8. I have to give Ryse Fuell an 8. Doot, 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 doot. I was like making that noise. I have to give Ryse Fuell 8 CPG heads. The reason I'm giving them 8 is because I like the color. The black stands out. The blue goes with it at the top. And it tells you the name, and it's very easily. When I was picking this up, I like a Quick Trip because I like the Quick Trip. I love Full with them. They have good hot dogs there too. I was looking, and then immediately I saw the name at the top. It caught my eye, caught my peripheral. I like the design. I like how I caught it. And I immediately, when I saw that, I immediately looked down. I was able to see everything else. Now, the 2 points that I minus off and out of 10, like I always say, there's no story on it. I don't know anything about Ryse Fuell. If I hadn't been seeing them in the store or just walking by, I have no idea. I had no idea they were from North Texas until now. Which not saying that in the sense where I've seen them around, but I just didn't know, you know. I seen them around the stores, but then didn't really pick it up. I just see it, but not pick it up. So now I know actually from North Texas, like I said before in the beginning. So yeah, that caught my eye. I definitely like the can. It's really smooth. I like that aspect. But like I said, there's no story. That's number 8. And number 9 would just be, I like that. I like that. In the can, if you look hard enough, they have in there Western Conference champs, a hoop. Oh, I like that in the design. Okay, you get a point for that. So Arctic, you get a 9. I mean, Ryse, you get a 9. You can't get a 10 because you ain't got no story here, but I like that. You can't see it, but in the can, there's a basketball goal. That's why I told you all this was based for the Dallas Mavericks. There's a basketball goal, and then right here it says Western Conference champs. But you had to look hard. It looked hard at the light to see that. I like that. I like that. That's neat. That's neat. I like that. That's catchy. I never seen that been done before like that. And it's an all-star. Probably ain't got Luka name on here, but yeah. So yeah, Ryse, you get a 9. I like the cab. I like how smooth it is. I just don't like that you have more story. And I even like I said before, another thing I do, nothing like why you guys got an 8 before or moved up to 9 now is the hidden graphics. And then on the back, and also notice you got a phone number. People love to call. You know, if you have any problem, just call, leave a message. If you have any problem with your product, that means you're welcome to having customer support or any customer feedback if there's any problems with your product. So you're willing to help people and you're willing to get them their money back if there is a problem. So I like that. So yeah, Ryse, you get a 9. The only reason you don't get a 10 is because you don't got a story on the back of your can. But other than that, you get 9 CPG ads. And of course, when I do the edit, it should be do, 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 do. So yes, these are 2 beverages for today. Once again, I always say this has been another episode of Taste Test Fridays. And this is our CPG series of energy drinks. Energy. So yes, thank you for checking out the video. Please subscribe. Please share it with a friend of a friend. And once again, I'm your boy, Eric. And of course, this is CPG 101 with me, Eric. Thank you.